stopped hitting.
It's been something completely different for me every time. Well, not.
I was kind of just wanting to hit it some more too.
That's what DMT is. I've still.
Besides the feeling feels the same. Like the good electrical, like hooked up to a car battery. Like if you were to like be hooked up to a half-charged car battery, it's like zzz feeling.
Seems like you filmed a snuff porn in this room.
Huh?
Nothing. It's got some snuff porn vibes. There's like just enough stains on the ceiling where it's like still kind of classy.
I wonder where you came up with that. The stains on the ceiling.
Oh, it's good. It's all I've been looking at for like 10 minutes. But there's not that many. It's like, no, this room is like just got enough of a
She like discharges all over the bed, and he like throws some of her poon all over the ceiling.
Somehow it makes it.
Splashing around in poon.
It has that reach. Well, have you ever watched just any like generic porn? It's like they always like have a room. It's like they almost built a studio just to have a room for like the porn to be shot. It's always like so ridiculous. It's a room that you never actually spend time in.
I've done some pretty funny stuff with. I've like I bet Ashley still has scars on her from me scratching her like with my toenails. I was like holding her down like in an armbar, scratching her.
I'll be right back.
She was. Oh man.
Was she requesting that?
No. But there was.
Did she enjoy it?
Yeah, she had to have been because
Yeah.
the bed was like completely. It was like complete and total slush.
That's absurd.
I made sure to do her on her side of the bed because I knew it would happen. It
Right.
like, wasn't the first time.
Yeah.
Where she's laying down. If you bang a girl where it's not doggy, she's laying down flat.
Where just
But
the act happened before and then you have to lay in it later.
yeah, I did.
Just a puddle of
I
nonsense.
learned the first time to screw on her side of the bed.
Well, it's like in hotels.
She was a dirty bitch because she just
She lay
went
in her
right to
pillows,
sleep and not slush.
That's so nasty.
Yeah.
No, they always say like when you're in a hotel, you use the top of the comforter, and then when you're done, you rip the comforter off, and you don't sleep on it. That's why when you the first thing you go into the black light in a hotel room, it's the comforter, dude. It's covered.
I don't think she only had the one pair of sheets. I think.
Yeah, I've been with some girls that were like squirters and just so wet. Like this one time, I was going to town with this chick, and I was fingering her. She was sucking my dick, and I was like looking down, and it looked like snot was coming out of her pussy, and I was like kind of a turn off. It was just like her pussy. She also had like the beef curtains.
You're gonna need to drink like 50 ounces of water after this.
Hydrate, bitch. Refuel. And now I was going to town, and it looked like there was like snot coming out, and it looked like a face hugger. Like from Aliens, it's like dripping snot out, and I was like kind of a turn off.
Were you on something like shrooms?
That girl never did any drugs ever. She was
No, I mean you did like extra weird, or were you sober?
No, I was probably drinking.
Uh,
It was Mormon butt girl. She was a long-term booty call I had for years. I called her Mormon butt girl because she just come over and she loved it.
John tells me he was banging this what girl he called the Puerto Rican screamer on shrooms. He ate like I don't remember how many, a lot, and he just stopped. Like all of a sudden he didn't know who the hell she was. He just like it was just like really really weird all of a sudden. She was like totally getting.
I don't mix those two girls together.
Yeah. He was like, she was like, "What's wrong?" And I don't know. It's funny. It's like funny the way he says it. He just like couldn't mid-flight. He just couldn't finish up. It was just like too weird, and he just like he didn't even remember. He just said like he was like dumped and like all of a sudden like he didn't remember anything before that. He had like brain skip, and all of a sudden he's like fucking this. Yeah.
Yeah, mushrooms. Some people like it. Like I think Mike Swerk said his son was conceived on mushrooms.
Yeah.
Some people love it. To me, it's like nah. Like it's the same thing when you want to go eat food and it's kind of crawling around a little bit. You're not ready to eat yet. It's the same thing with like looking at someone's skin crawl around. It doesn't like those two worlds don't collide. I'd have to be on like the ass end of it for a girl to be like, man, right on, let's go for it. And I'd have to be like the last hour or two.
Yeah, I can do it on acid. I've actually I've screwed plenty of times on acid, but
yeah, because it lasts so long. But shrooms it's too weird. Things crawl around too much on mushrooms.
Yeah,
Just
shrooms is
earthy, like the pores are moving around, and it's just not sexy.
My most amazing shroom trip was the last time I did it. I'm not even kidding. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
And it's the only time I've ever done it with powder that was like refrigerated.
dude, we do it right now. We do it right. Like Mike, it was his idea to use the coffee grinder. So genius, because before we just use a blender and like do like a puree and shotgun it.
Mhm.
Coffee grinder. Like
It was
that.
coffee ground. It was like powder,
It's
like,
genius.
and it was refrigerated cold.
Yeah, and did
I didn't have any like usually when I do shrooms, like my stomach hurts, or sometimes I have like
Did
a
you
hard
fast?
time breathing.
Did he fast?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's key. It cures the nausea. It cures the nausea.
yeah.
And then what you do is you just make sure, just like any trip, it's all about planning.
About half the time I have a hard time. Oh, you're going full.
I'm gonna try like a little bit of that, just test it.
Make sure that you have badass food waiting for you when you're done after a mushroom trip. There's a right way to do mushrooms. See, the problem is with the first time when I was a kid, I remember, like in your book of quotes, you had like, I remember looking at the earth when I was tripping balls when I was 14.
You could tell the earth was
I
round.
knew the earth was round. And
Yeah.
I've been in an airplane. as a
In
small
the
boy.
quote book it says, "I was tripping so hard I could tell the earth was round."
Easily. And it's like countless times over. So the flat earth theory.
Yeah,
is
give
just-
that to the flat earth theory.
Yeah, it's like the flat earthers. It's like, go eat fucking a hero's dose of mushrooms and call me in the morning. You know what I mean? So I was really grateful that I was exposed to psychedelic drugs at such a young age.
You gotta wonder how many people that think the earth is flat have done psychedelics, like a serious amount.
Probably none of them. They're all fools.
I would really like to know
That might have been what triggered a lot of them thinking that it's just like some weird trip they had or something.
I don't know. There's too many of them. I think they're more of them like they're like the fast food eating like churchgoers. That'd be my guess.
They're like somebody you'd have to fight into putting the glasses on, like in the movie They Live. Like
Yeah.
you have to like beat the shit out of them to get them to do it.
I love Keith David in that movie. Do you want the bed?
Dude, that's such a funny fight
When Keith
in the
David-
alley.
I'm not gonna do a very
Yeah,
big
get him
one
to put on
ever.
the glasses.
I watched that movie like a month ago.
It goes on for like 7 minutes.
My uncle happened to pass away, and he looks exactly like Rowdy Roddy Piper, like back in the 80s.
Rowdy.
They had the fucking mullet and everything. Obviously, you know, the actor is like Jack, because he's a wrestler, you know, he's Jack especially for the 80s. But when he died, I was like, in regards to Uncle Tom, we're watching They Live, because he looked exactly like Rowdy Roddy. But what I was saying earlier with the tripping, I was really good, grateful that I got exposed to psychedelic drugs at a really young age when it comes to mushrooms.
What age? 14?
Yeah.
Wow, man, I didn't do it. The first time I ever did shrooms, I was like 18. I didn't even do acid until I was 20. I fell in love.
I was with Greg and
I fell in love,
Dustin
man.
Cheney the first time I did mushrooms.
Right off the bat with acid, I fell in love, man. Shrooms are fun and awesome.
It's a
But
lot.
oh my god, acid is like,
Yeah.
dude, it's like exactly what I
Let me
like.
know if I can help.
There's like,
Yeah, I'm gonna try
I
to
don't
do
think
just
there
a
will ever
little
be.
tiny bit just to like
You
get
know,
a sense
acids,
of it.
they're so different. Like, this is different. There's just
Yeah.
a lot of different psychedelics, dude.
I really love acid. It's
I like ketamine. It's
acid
hard to
gets.
find.
The only time I've ever done ketamine was when. Did you ever have any of the orange dolphins? The ecstasy.
Yeah.
Those were cut with 1/3 ketamine, 1/3 meth, and 1/3 MDMA. That's the only
Sounds terrible.
No, it wasn't.
Well,
It was insane.
it's too good to be true.
Yeah, it was really
You feel
freaking
so
good.
good the next day. You're like hungover for like the worst hangover you're ever gonna have.
Sounds terrible.
I didn't stop doing them. I couldn't stop doing them. I took them every single day for 4.5 months. I had 500 of those fucking guys. I took 2 every single
Do you
day.
think that fucked up you and your physical being in a permanent way?
I do, yeah.
Ecstasy did damage to my brain.
Yeah,
my body.
Absolutely, it
Blue
did.
dolphins for me.
The orange ones?
I did the blue dolphins, dude. They were cut with a lot of meth, bro. And that's
Yeah.
only that time. Like you said the other day, we.
I did a lot. I had fun doing it though.
Oh, dude.
I did
it's
so
too
much art. I made so much music.
Yeah, it's too much fun.
Yeah,
It's too much fun. There's a price to be paid. Like it does brain damage.
yeah.
'Cause you feel
Oh,
so
yeah.
good. Yeah.
I sizzled for sure, man. I couldn't sleep.
Fuck's
I was sleeping like
That's like CBD.
I was sleeping like
take 5 HTP and shit.
like
so-
5 to 2 hours a night. I think some nights I didn't even sleep, and I was still going to work. I get these really terrible pains sometimes. Like I just need to stop.
Yeah.
Like my organs weren't functioning right, but it didn't happen very often. You remember when we were looking for Leo? Oh, are you blasting?
No, I'm trying that because I haven't tried that yet, just to see if anything's weird about it.
Did you just take it?
You'd already know by now.
Oh.
I would imagine. That's a really little.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it is.
I think that's more like how salvia is.
That shit sucks.
That stuff's kind of like scary.
I thought so.
It kind of is.
It's very scary.
Yeah.
I remember giving that.
But it feels. It's got that feeling like I'm roll. It literally felt like the room was in a giant tunnel rolling down like a. You know what zorbing is?
Never.
Zorbing. People die doing this sport. They get into a giant ball, and like a 12-foot ball, and it's like padded, and they roll down a hill that's like. So you can get in this ball and roll down a really long hill, and you start bouncing in this ball. You can get up to like people die like at between 10 and 13 Gs.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
I would not be.
It felt like that.
Huh.
So that stuff can keep working like just as well every time you don't build a tolerance to it, no matter how many times you do it.
I don't know, dude. That one night it seemed like it kept hitting pretty good.
I think
I'm sure you'd build a tolerance after a while if you kept doing it like crazy. Probably
like any other psych.
did it a bunch for like a couple of days. It probably stopped working very well like that.
Our brains have shut-offs.
You'd be like a glue brain, like someone says something to you and you're trying to think of a response.
No,
like that one time you were on Dramamine, like.
Dude.
Just like
that's what you don't want to happen.
You hit this like right before the roller coaster goes.
Yeah,
off
you
the
were
hill. Like on the way up the track. You're like,
That was
Is
scary.
that still the hardest you ever tricked?
The worst night of my life, dude.
Still.
To this day, absolutely.
Oh my god.
dude, you hit it. You hit it on the.
Oh my
roller
god,
coaster.
of your life.
Yes.
And I was there for it.
I mean,
Of the few times that we ever hang out.
I can't compare it to like if I'm not going to compare it to like a death of a family
Yeah.
or something. Like, yeah, like an
Were you-
experience. Yeah, it was the scariest, most frightening, terrifying night of my life.
You were like, holy crap, there's an elephant tusk coming through the wall.
flying.
There's an elephant like.
But it wasn't fun and like woo, like
Yeah.
acid and shrooms. It was like I'm gonna die tonight.
No, you said something that Greg couldn't believe. I wish I could remember what it was. You said
Such
something.
a long time ago.
You said something, and Greg was like, "How the hell do you know about that?" You said something that Greg knew that he knew he never told you. You're like,
And just probably because I spent a lot of time with him.
yeah, you knew something that Greg was like, "There's no way you could know that unless I told you."
I
which
was
didn't.
walking around my parents'
And I
house
thought that
and
was-
seeing dead people, dude.
I remember that. You went up into your
Terrifying.
sister's room.
Oh, see,
You saw your dead-
in bed. And
Yeah.
then, like at one point, there was an old lady that walked by with a bag of like King Supers bags, but she was like dead, like the bitch in The Shining, you know. And then just kind of kept walking.
I saw some freaking weird stuff on that. Dude, I
It's
saw
not
someone.
good, man. It was like hell. It was like a night in hell. It was the way I would truly describe it. It was a night in hell.
I saw.
It was horrible. It was
Well, no, the
worst
stuff
I've
you see real hallucinations. I
would
saw
never
Keith sitting
recommend
there.
that to anybody.
He had a blanket over his knees, and he was just sitting there like this, and I was sitting there looking at him, and I literally thought for like maybe 15, 20 seconds that Kirsty Lawyer's little sister had a huge book, and she was like flipping pages through this huge book, and like I was watching that, and then just like it morphed into Keith's legs
Let me try that one.
with a blanket over him, and then I was just
One
like,
more video.
what the fuck? I saw a little dude like run like across the room and like over to a bookshelf, and like he was like wedging himself behind the bookshelf, and then like there was just like a pile of books there. I saw a dude walk up to the hood of my car. This is when we were in Schlotzky's Deli, like the first thing that I ever saw with a winter cap on. He just walked up to the hood of my car and went like look at me in the window, and I was like, Greg, dude, what do you think this guy wants? And Greg's like, who? And I was like, this, you didn't see that guy? And then he was just gone.
Yeah, I took it. I took that DXM that time, and there was like stuff that wasn't there. It was like I was seeing.
Yeah, it's not dextromethorphan, it's diphenhydramine.
Yeah, they have similar like effects, though. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know about all
Diphenhydramate is a lot more serious, though. I mean, the hallucinations are completely real, but they're like, I saw Kim Beamer like walk into the room. I was looking at a mirror.
Houston's.
Yeah, Houston's dad just like walked into the room. I've never heard a sound out of any of my I've never heard a sound out of any of the things that I saw.
I did work for that guy one time. I cleaned his house, like, it was just close to my house I grew up in.
Did he know who you were?
No, but I was like, Beamer, I was like, are you Houston's dad? Because I'd seen him once before yelling at a bunch of kids for smoking pot in his house.